Hey guys, this is Gabriel Lorenzi, creator of the blog Grupo Dicas, one of the biggest travel blogs in the world, and today I am here to tell you the top 10 tips of Berlin. We gathered all the articles from our blogs, all the videos that we have made here, and selected the 10 tips that we think are the most important and that will make a difference on your trip. So guys, don't forget to give us the like, subscribe to the channel because that really helps us a lot, and buckle up. Berlin is one of the most incredible cities we have ever been to. We really loved it. It's a sensational place, the history, the amount of history that's present in all the sites, everywhere, it's really something else. It was a sensational experience, and we selected here the 10 tips that will make a difference on your trip, which we thought were the 10 most important tips of all that we wish someone had told us before we traveled there. The first tip is about the season, when to travel to Berlin. Germany is very cold, but it's really cold. We are used to a different kind of cold. It's a real cold there, so try to travel. Our tip is to take it between May and September, which are seasons, until October that has a much more pleasant climate. The summer is very nice there from June to August, so if you can, go in the summer, but the other months you also get part of autumn and spring, which are not so cold yet. If you take it from November till February, we don't recommend it. It's too cold. You end up not being able to enjoy things as much. Most of the sites in Berlin are open, so you can't just walk into a place and say, woo, here I can take my coat off. No, you are out there all the time, you are walking, so the cold really gets in the way, so try to go in the warmer months. If you go from May to September, it's great, it's sensational, so you can enjoy more the things despite the climate. The second tip is about the tours. Take free tours, use and abuse the free tours, because Berlin is a city that has a lot of things to do. You don't have so many sites that require tickets like Rome or Barcelona, where you have to buy tickets for almost everything. In Berlin, most things are open, so explore a lot. There is the Brandenburg Gate, which is a sensational place. Have some coffee near there in a restaurant. Enjoy the view and the environment. Nearby, there is the Tiergarten Park, which is the biggest park in Berlin, and it's very nice to explore and spend some time walking. Even if you like to run, schedule a day to visit the park because it's very cool. There is the Alexanderplatz Square, which is very nice, the Potsdamer Platz, which is another square with many restaurants. You can spend a few hours there too, eating and enjoying the place. There is the Holocaust Memorial, which is a nice place to see and observe, to know the history, to reflect. So there are many free things to do in Berlin, so enjoy it. Get your legs ready because you will walk a lot, you will have to go from one place to the other, but it's nice to get to know the history, the Berlin Wall, the main tourist attraction. I almost forgot, in the city it's free, goes along a good part of the city, but there are parts that are demolished, parts that are not. There is that part of the gallery that's the coolest, where all the art, all the drawings, the sculptures are, so you all go there. It's free, it's in the middle of the street, so you don't have to spend anything to visit this part of Berlin. The third tip is where to stay, because since there are so many sites, it's good to be well located. This will make the difference on your trip. It's an important tip. Sometimes people stay a little bit away because many people say, and it's true, that there's a lot of good public transportation there. In Berlin, the subway, train, buses are really very efficient, but if you stay far away from places, you will take a long time. You will waste energy to go from one place to the other, so we recommend you to stay in the best area. Even if you stay a little bit longer, it makes a difference. In our opinion, the best neighborhood is Mitte. We'll leave you the map here for you to take a look. It's a big neighborhood, so you have to see the area very carefully in order to be close to everything. The area that we recommend the most is in the Mitte neighborhood. In this area that you can see, a little bit below it, in this delimited area between Tiergarten Park and Alexanderplatz Square, we stayed in this area when we went there, and it's very good. You can be close to everything. You can do most of the tours on foot. What you can't do on foot, you can do with the public transportation transportation, cab, Uber, etc. But you are close to almost everything, and to help you, we were able to put together a very nice personalized map, which is the one you see on the screen. I'll leave the link below in the description of the video, and in the world's largest hotel search engine, which is what we always use to make our reservation. It always has the best prices, the largest numbers of hotels, and we were able to build this map on it. You click there, the map will open, you enter the date of your trip, and all the hotels in the region will appear with the filters that we have already set from 8 to 10, which helps a lot to get only good and recommended hotels. So you have already seen a good price, because this search engine has free cancellation with almost all hotels, so you can guarantee a good price because the prices increase very fast. And then if you want to change or make I don't know, any change you want, you can cancel at no cost. So be well located, it will make a big difference on the trip. Now, the fifth tip taking advantage of this location is transportation. There is a lot of good public transportation there. You can use the subway, the bus, and the train very easily. A good tip is that there is the Welcome Card Berlin, which is a card that gives you unlimited access to all public transportation in the city. So you can use all of this. It's an unlimited way. By buying this card, it's very worthwhile. You save money, you save on cabs, Uber, you use it only when necessary, when you are very tired, but the card gives you unlimited public transportation throughout the city. I'll leave here below in the description of the video the website that we thought would sell these tickets, which is the site where we buy all the tickets in Europe for the best price. Berlin, Germany has all the tours and excursions, so take a look and you will save a lot of money with transportation. And another tip is the transfer. To get from the airport to your hotel, you will have to take a cab, an Uber, or a transfer, something like that. If you buy a transfer beforehand on the internet, on that same site that we will leave here below, that's the welcome card site, there is a transfer there. You buy it, make your reservation, and you pay much cheaper, and you will have a transfer waiting for you with a little sign when you leave the airport. You can go to the hotel, so you already know exactly where you're going. You don't have the problem of communication, of saying the wrong name of the hotel. Anyway, it's a much easier, safer, and cheaper way to go to your hotel, and then from the hotel to the airport. So make a reservation there too, and you end up saving a little time and don't have any stress with the trip. The fifth tip for you to save money with your shopping: for those who do not know, almost all of Europe has the tax-free or tax refund. Each place calls it in a different way. It's a tax that you get back with your purchases, but in Germany, speaking of Germany, but there are in almost all the others. It varies a little bit, but it's in almost every tourist country in Europe. In Germany, every place that you make more than 50 euros in purchases, any store that you went into made a purchase that exceeded 50 euros, you can ask for tax-free. Actually, the attendant will ask you if you want the tax-free. If you say yes, they will fill out an envelope, put the invoice, staple it, and give it to you. You keep all these envelopes, you collect them from your whole trip. Even if you go to other countries, you collect everything, and then at the last airport, you go back to your country, you go to the tax-free kiosk, you enter all this, fill out a form, and you get a percentage back. In Germany, this percentage is 13%, so it's very worthwhile. It's a very good money on the last day of your trip when you go back to your country. Being able to get this money back in euros is very good and ends up helping a lot. And an extra tip within this shopping tip is no Primark. It's a very nice store that we know and we like a lot. It's close to the center of Berlin. They have very cheap clothes and also very nice cold clothes. I found jackets there for 15 euros, so it's very nice. Take a look, because it's a store that we think it's very worthwhile for those who want to save money. They are cheap clothes, nothing of exceptional quality, but it's the place where we found the cheapest clothes inside the entire trip. Oh, and guys, quickly, any questions you may have, but any questions at all, which city to stay, how long, itinerary, anything related to the trip, send it to us and we'll be happy to help you. If you want, it's even easier, add me, send me a direct message on Instagram @SpyLorenzi. I will help you with the greatest pleasure, and take advantage and follow us there, because we are always traveling around the world trying to show travel tips in a nice way and the family routine. The sixth tip is the car. We think that there are some cities that are not worth renting a car. If you stay only in Berlin, we think you don't need one. You can get around with several means of transportations like Uber and cabs. But a very good tip is to try to do the route through the cities in Germany and get to know Germany by car. It's a very famous route all over the world, because that's where the autobahns are, which are those highways that you can go with unlimited speed. So many people like to go there. You rent there, reserve an Audi, a BMW, BMW, a Mercedes, very good cars that for them are common. It's nothing luxury for them, they are the common cars. And then you arrive, you can reach up to 200 kilometers per hour on the autobahns. It's a very nice thing for those who like this experience. Of course, you don't have to go too far. There are the rules there. You have to pay attention, you have to do your research beforehand. We didn't reach that speed because I at least don't think it's worth risking so much, but that's up to each one's taste. But there, it's free and the roads are beautiful, the landscapes are beautiful. A lot of people do this route, a lot of people take it from Munich to Berlin or Berlin to Munich. There is Frankfurt in the middle, and there are some other little towns. You make a very nice itinerary because the trip is beautiful. And to rent the car, it's not as expensive as you think. There's a price comparator that I'll leave below in the description. It's a tool that searches in all car rental companies in Germany and around the world. It's the best one and finds the best price. They have very strong negotiations with the rental companies and have better prices than the rental companies themselves. So take advantage of this comparator link here to search, because you will see that prices are very good and you will be able to get a much better car for a very good price. Another tip is to explore some places near Berlin, which are very close to Berlin, and sometimes people end up forgetting about them and don't even know about them. But there are some little towns, some places that are very worthwhile, and it's very easy, very fast. There's a very nice place called Potsdam, which is a tour that you can do very quickly. We at least took the tour. I'll leave the link. It's the same link, that site that sells all the tickets that we mentioned in the tours. There's also this tour. It's a very nice, it's a place that has several palaces, parks, and it's close to Berlin. It's a tour. We found this tour sensational. The images there are very worthwhile. The scenery is beautiful and it's quick, so it's worth it. Take a look. It's not expensive, it's cheap. You go and do the tour, you get to know these cities. It's very nice. We highly recommend it. And another tour near there that's very worthwhile, it's very fast, very easy, and a very interesting place to visit is a concentration camp. It's a concentration camp called Sachsenhausen. I don't know if I pronounced it right. It's very hard to pronounce. Sachsenhausen. It's written there for you to see. It's much faster. You get there very quickly by train. You get to know a concentration camp where the tragedy that was the time of the Nazis, the time of the Jews really happened. It's a very sad thing. If you're very sensitive, sometimes it's better not to go at all. It's something very strong for most people. I think it's a very valid experience, something that makes you really reflect, understand what happened at the time. So it's a very nice trip, and we think it's worthwhile for you to go there and get to know the place. It has a lot of historical value. The 8th tip is travel insurance. For those who don't know, travel insurance, it's mandatory for any city, almost any country in Europe, so you need to take one. The European Union requires that you have travel insurance that has a medical assistance coverage of at least 30,000 euros. But rest assured that travel insurance with this coverage is very cheap. A very good insurance. You will pay for 10 days of traveling, for example. It varies a little with the amount of traveling, with the euro, with the dollar, but it's more or less 15 to 20 euros for a good insurance that has this coverage. So make your own, because for heaven's sake, it's mandatory. And even if it wasn't, we recommend that you do it wherever you're going to travel abroad. Don't travel without one. There is a price comparator that's very good, just like the car comparator. I'll leave the link below for you to take a look. It's very good because it compares the prices in all insurance companies and gets the best ones. It's the best place to buy. It's very fast. In less than 3 minutes, you already have the policy in your email and you can print it and travel there very easily and very fast. And with this comparator, you end up saving a lot of money. And now talking about the chip to use the cell phone abroad, that there is no way today to travel outside of your country without using the internet. We need it for our trips, for work, for everything. So the cheapest way is to buy a prepaid international chip. If you travel, if you're international roaming, you will spend a fortune. So buy a prepaid chip, you can buy it instead. We don't like this option because you have to arrive without internet, without everything working. Look for a store, negotiate in another language, configure the cell phone. It's kind of complex, but there are some companies that sell over the internet. You go to their website, buy, and they send you a digital chip by email. You receive it, get off the plane in Germany, activate it, and are already using your internet to search, to get around, to get to the hotel, you name it, everything you need. And the cool thing is that the chip works all over the world, in the whole of Europe. So even if you go to some countries, you use the same chip, so you save a lot because it's one chip for the whole trip that we use and recommend. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, please give us a like and subscribe to the channel because it really helps us a lot. And don't forget to watch the video on how to save a lot on your trip to Berlin and Germany. It's a complete video that we made with a step-by-step guide for you to save money on everything and set up your trip from beginning to the end with the best services, the best tips, in short, everything perfect. So I'll leave this video here along with the playlist that has all the other videos from Germany and Berlin for you to watch. And that's it. Thank you very much and have a nice trip.